What's going on, guilty guys and gals? Welcome back to Danganronpa Redemption. I changed some settings on stream to get a video to, look better. So I sure hope that things are working properly. They look to be, so. I've noticed this section is only 28 minutes long, which is about a third of the length of the usual videos I download for this. Because it's just the investigation, and then the whole trial is like 2.5 hours, like I was saying before. But we're just going to be doing this today. Why not? I do notice on the computer we have Monotaro, Kibo, Monosuke, Monodam, Monofani. Probably behind the logo is Monotaro. We've got Alter Ego, the Redemption Program, and the outside world. So I imagine that's what we're going to be learning about. Oh God, it's loud. Okay.
Our last investigation. In these files, Alter Ego has about the Redemption Program. This is all we'll have going into the trial. We have to make the most of it. Alright, Alter Ego, where do we start? Let's see. My files are organized into two main sections. I have my initial information on the outside world prior to the startup of the simulation, and information I've gathered during my time inside the Redemption Program. I see. I think we should start with the previous data, so we have as much context as possible.
I agree.
Kokichi nodded, so I clicked on that folder. Alright, let's start with the farthest backed one I can find.
Farthest backed?
This location was deemed important, though I don't know why.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Looks like a morgue. Well, actually, it's a biolab, but, you know.
That's correct. This morgue is located in Hope's Peak Academy, the location of the 78th class's killing game.
78th class. The video said that was Leon Armando's game, right?
That's right. Then this... Yes, this is where the remains of those students were kept. Oh, and you don't know why this location is important? Not yet. I may have known at one point, but right now, that data is still out of my access.
Still, we should keep this in mind.
Definitely.
There we go. Hope's Peak Morgue. You know, I never really thought about it. How did they put Mondo in here if all that was left of him was butter? Like, if they were well preserved, I could imagine, being able to, copy their brain or whatever. But Mondo was just butter, so. Unless that was I guess that could have been a bait and switch. We never actually checked. And it would make a lot more sense that way, so. Anyway.
The next information I found about the 77th class's game, specifically about the Neo World program. The Neo World program was a virtual reality simulation created by the Future Foundation. It could create a virtual world, one that the participants fully believe is real. This was used in the 77th class's killing game.
So, Ibuki's game didn't actually happen in real life. Like this one.
That's correct. The technology was also used in the creation of the Redemption Program. I see.
Neo World Program. Alright.
I also have a file on the mastermind of that killing game.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, right. We found out Junko Enoshima was the mastermind of the last one.
The last one?
But we don't know how the 77th class's virtual world became a killing game.
Oh, they mean the one they just talked about.
That's because someone known as Izuru Kamakura implemented an alter ego version of Junko into the program.
Izuru Kamakura. That name came up in the video, too.
Izuru Kamakura was the founder of Hope's Peak Academy. However, the name now refers to the body he shares with Hajime Hinata.
He doesn't... Did the anime confirm that it was actually him? I thought they just named the being they created after Izuru, right? Izuru, the guy who founded Hope's Peak Academy, is not the same as Izuru, the guy who inhabits Hajime's body. Right? You'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Hajime. Ibuki told me about him earlier. Hajime underwent the Izuru Kamakura project at Hope's Peak Academy. And thus, Izuru was granted every talent the school had ever researched. They wanted to create the ultimate hope for mankind. Every talent? How are we going to beat that? Don't worry, he's a good guy now.
Talk about overpowered.
The things someone like that could do. They could do almost anything with the proper tools.
Not to worry. Hajime is now a part of the Foundation, and he works to better humanity with his abilities. He even helped with the creation of the Redemption project. Same deal. Okay, got it.
Alright. Hey, do you have any information about our game?
Oh, good idea, Kokichi. No, sorry. Let's see, yes, Danganronpa 53. 15 participants were put into a virtual world and given talents by Team Danganronpa. There was also one AI program who entered as an observer.
Kibo. That's got to be Kibo.
Correct, but Danganronpa 53 was the last killing game before the disbanding of Team Danganronpa. Got it. So our killing game was in a virtual world too.
You know, that's funny, because I was like, yeah, it's like you wouldn't know, but the people who died before the virtual world was revealed in Danganronpa 2 would never have known either. Except, of course, they woke up and then they probably would have found out, but that's kind of just weird to think about. Truly the simulation thing of you can't trust your senses or whatever. Hey, alter ego, I've got a question for you.
Of course. What is it?
Do you know who the mastermind of Danganronpa 53 was? That's a good question.
I do. Tsumugi Shirogane was a member of Team Danganronpa and the mastermind of the 53rd killing game.
Tsumugi? She was the mastermind the whole time? Oh wait, that was Kaede saying that.
Tsumugi? She was the mastermind the whole time?
Okay. So I guess the theory I had that Tsumugi was also brainwashed is wrong. Whatever.
Kokichi was quiet for once.
Okay, we're still dunking on him? Come on, Kaede.
But I could feel the hatred radiating off of him. I'm afraid it's true. She murdered Rantaro Amami and framed Kaede Akamatsu for the crime so that the killing game would continue.
So we finally know who did this to us.
I know I wasn't around for long in Danganronpa 53, but I still felt so betrayed. We all did. I could sense it as my arms tightened around me. We hadn't known her for long, but to think she put us through all that. She was responsible not only for my death, but Rantaro's. There was no other way to describe it, but devastating.
Well, I'm not devastated. I'm going to punt her into the space. What happened to her after the game?
She got squished by a big rock. When the Future Foundation rescued the bodies of you and your friends, one pod was empty. It was hers. The Foundation never found out where she went, if she woke up, or if Team Danganronpa had rescued her first.
So she was never taken in by the Foundation.
She's still out there? Well, I mean, we've got, we've got our best bet for who the hell's doing this, I guess. Someone brought up earlier the possibility that Tsumugi could be cosplaying someone in the main cast right now, and we'd not know. But I was like, no, Tsumugi's probably actually really dead. Because if she survived getting crushed by a rock, then why did no one else survive the program? I suppose we'll have to figure that out.
Correct.
Like, maybe she died and Team Danganronpa took her body? I don't know. That's all I could think of.
Sadly, that's all I have for prior information. Don't worry. Any information we can get a hand on is helpful right now. Right. Now here's my files on the redemption program. I guess we should start at the beginning. Alright, only 16 physical life forms were put into the simulation of the redemption program. None have been added or removed since.
Well, I guess because Kibo doesn't actually exist, so... So, somewhere out there, our bodies are hooked up to this thing.
That's correct. "16, huh? No more, no less."
16 life forms, that's hilarious. As if, like, one of them's going to be, like, a cat or something.
In addition, 3 participants entered the program willingly to serve as volunteers to ensure smooth operation.
But they ended up getting caught in this mess too.
Uh-huh. So, I know you said we're cut off from the outside world right now. But were there any breaches between the program and real life? Maybe a certain detective boy? What is What is that? Oh, it's the Discord. I will check that after.
Kokichi shot me a quick glance, an indication of what he meant. Let me see. Oh, yes, a few.
Didn't think to bring that up yet?
We should look at those next.
The first thing I found was an unregistered communicator.
Oh, really now? With 3 L's. What? What are we talking? What?
I narrowed my eyes at Kokichi and lightly kicked his foot. Yes, I don't know who did it, but there are reports in the files of someone accessing the program multiple times. So it really wasn't just a dream.
Unregistered communicator. Okay, cool.
I also found something rather interesting about the cameras.
What is it?
They're two-way cameras, so not only can the Foundation's computer see what's going on in here, but it's possible, with the right equipment, for the program to see what's going on outside as well.
Why? Why would you implement that?
Whoa, what does that mean? I'm not completely sure yet, but I thought you might want to know.
Alright. Well, that'll certainly be useful. I'm sure.
The last direct breach I was able to detect was after the first trial.
Wait, what?
It seems an object was transported into the program, so small that whoever sent it through would avoid detection. I only discovered it myself recently.
That's the USB, right? With Kibo? Were you able to figure out what that object was?
I was. It was a flash drive. Kibo.
Keyboy.
I'm sorry. I wish I could gather more data, but this virus is making things really difficult. But I'm afraid the environment isn't the only thing the virus infected.
Infected your minds.
What do you mean?
It seems that after it was released, it infected the consciousness of one of the participants. What?
Yeah, what does that even mean? I'm afraid. Holy...
I don't know many details. I don't even know who it infected. But, as seen when they were able to artificially implant memories and talents, Team Danganronpa's technology was capable of altering minds to an extreme level. And to them, every killing game needs a ringleader.
Wait, so Tsumugi isn't here?
So they programmed the virus to create one.
They literally put some data... some data that an old guy put in them. Now they're the mastermind, so it could literally be anyone. Excellent, great.
In essence, it brainwashed a participant, twisting them to a role they never wanted to play.
And that role is?
Well, like I was saying, ringleader. So, you'd probably call it a mastermind.
But that person could already be dead. I mean, it's unlikely, but it's possible, right? This is just the way he's looking. It's funny.
So, the mastermind never even wanted to hurt us.
It doesn't matter how it happened. What matters is we find out who it is, and we find our way out of here.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
It could be any one of us in this very room. Despair virus. Oh no, not the despair disease.
I'm afraid I cannot tell you much else about the mastermind. Only that, much like the Kamakura project, the virus has granted them the knowledge of every previous mastermind.
I think it's fair to say someone like that would be the ultimate mastermind.
Don't say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Ultimate mastermind. So cool. So awesome.
The only other data I found was of a secret room.
A secret room? Like in the school?
Yes, analyzing my map of the school and the one on your monopads, there's one room that doesn't show on the tablets. Further investigation led me to discover that this room has access to many computers and every camera in the program.
Sounds like a mastermind room if I've ever heard one.
What about the secret bathroom room, Chihiro? Or alter ego? For once I agree, even if it's a little cliché for an evil base.
Oh yeah? What's yours like then?
I'm not telling you. That's a trade secret, Kaede.
Right.
Mastermind's room. Alright. Hey, there's one more thing I wanted to ask, alter ego.
Huh? Do you mean me?
He abbreviated to AE, but I don't know what he did. Yeah, AE, alter ego. Ugh, never mind. It's about this room.
Yes? What about it?
You're sure the mastermind couldn't see what was going on in here through the cameras?
Positive. They wouldn't have suspected a thing.
And Rantaro, you've never met or talked to the mastermind, right?
That's right. This is all new to me, too.
Well, we've never seen Rantaro and the mastermind in the same room, so...
Is everything alright, Kokichi?
Oh yeah, totally. I was just thinking about our latest execution. It means the person had to come into the room to see it.
Oh, yeah. It was difficult to watch, for sure.
Right. But thanks for the answer, Alter Ego.
Of course. Anytime.
Was there anyone who didn't come into this room to meet the Monocubs? I'm pretty sure everyone did at least once, right? So I guess that answers the question of if the mastermind were dead or not. Because if they were dead, they couldn't have known about the Monocubs. But yeah, well, we already knew they weren't dead. That would be way too easy. Still.
Well, that's all the files.
Yep. That's all the information we're getting, it seems.
Then it's time. Time for what?
Can we bring Alter Ego with us? I mean, the mastermind accepted Kibo with no question.
We're holding a final trial to find the mastermind and a way out of this program.
Really? Well, good luck then. I'll be rooting for you.
No concern at all, okay.
Can't we bring the laptop with us?
No, can do. As soon as we step out of this room, the cameras would spot Alter Ego for sure. And Monokuma will definitely take action against the laptop, probably destroying it.
We just have to rely on our skills.
Just a quick question. If you prove that the laptop would be evidence, Monokuma destroying it would be against, like, a fair trial, for one. Which usually, you can swing things that way. But, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Keep hitting the button by accident while I'm tapping my fingers. Enough of that. But also, Alter Ego isn't in the laptop, right? Because we're in a virtual world. Alter Ego is, like, in the programming of this world. So even if the laptop gets destroyed, it's really not the biggest deal, especially if you're not going to use it. Because if you're not going to use it to prove anything, then really there's no reason to leave it here, because you're not coming back. I don't know.
Alright, then let's go gather the others and tell them to meet in the gym.
On it.
Too bad we can't use Monokuma. Can do.
Goodbye, everyone. And if you do manage to escape, I hope we can meet again. We waved goodbye to Alter Ego, thanking them for the help. It was the miracle we needed.
Interesting.
We all went around and gathered everyone, meeting up in the gym. Are we really doing this, Kaede? Yeah, we are. Is everyone ready? The only answer I got was some half-hearted mumbles. I couldn't blame everyone for being nervous. But the mood was rather heavy.
Yeah, Kaede. You were the only one going around all day being like,
Let's cheer up, everybody!
God, this is depressing. Okie dokie, scooch.
Yukichi tried to nudge his way through us to get to the front of the gym. Huh? Kokichi, what are you doing?
Come on, Kaede. I thought you'd have figured this out by now. They don't call me the ultimate supreme leader for nothing, you know.
That's the only answer Kokichi gave me before he hopped up onto the gym stage.
Alright, so I'm not going to sugarcoat this, at all. There's a good chance all of us are going to die tonight, and if we do survive, we have no idea what's waiting for us outside.
Jeez, talk about a strong start.
The theme music's playing. But I don't know about you. I think I'd rather die putting up a fight and sticking it to those Team Danganronpa bastards than lay down and live the rest of my life in here. Each and every one of you has something to bring to the table in this trial. You've made it this far, so show us why.
There was some light mumbles of approval from the crowd, and Koichi grinned as he encouraged them further.
Now, let me hear it. Let me hear what you're going to do during this trial.
I looked around, and everyone's cheers grew louder and louder. It was in that moment that I realized something. This wasn't one person's trial. We weren't going into this to avenge a single victim. No, this class trial was for all of us.
Your class trial, my class trial.
And I wasn't going to be solving this mystery alone. I was going to have the help of everyone around me. As I looked around at them with a happy heart. I thought about how each one could contribute to the trial.
What? Assist? Okay. I don't know what that is, but sure.
Leon's voice was quick as he shouted cheer after cheer, faster than anyone else could speak.
Rapid pitch. Nice. So these skills, essentially. Leon Kawada can counter statements that move too fast for Kaede to get a word in. Awesome.
Mondo looked so amped up. It was like he could talk down anyone who dared oppose us.
You gained a new assist. Intimidate. Mondo Awada is able to target vague statements and intimidate a target into spilling more information about them.
I knew that despite how loud her cheers were, Ibuki could still hear each and every one of our voices.
Okay, this is...
You've gained a new assist. Musician's ear. Ibuki Miyoda can listen in on statements to hear clues in the tone of voice used, making her better able to identify emotions of the speaker.
Angie, despite feeling just as nervous as the rest of us, still had a brave face on. We'll need her intelligence and wisdom at a time like this.
You gained a new assist, Divine Guidance. Angie Onaga will be able to determine the correct truth bullet to use in a debate.
Well, that seems a little overpowered, but nice.
Kibo, who has abilities none of us do, ones that'll be invaluable during this trial.
You gained a new assist, Photographic Memory.
I was about to say photographic memory, yeah.
Statements countered by K1BO will be compared to his memory of the statement and /event.
Kokichi, who stood at the podium, could pull off almost any lie, no matter the circumstances.
It's time to lie.
Thankfully, his face made it clear that all of his support he was offering us was genuine.
You gained a new assist, Sense I'm a Liar. Kokichi Oma can commit perjury on any statement, not just highlighted ones.
That's right, I can commit ultimate perjury.
Rentaro stood by my side, as he always had, and I knew with him there, I could always keep my feet on the ground.
You've gained a new assist, Level Head.
What's my assist going to be, I wonder?
Rentaro
Omami can counter statements too clouded with emotion and white noise to target.
Wait, I don't get one? Aw.
And me, who's led them all, to use their skills to uncover the truth once and for all. Kokichi hopped down from the stand and I pulled him aside for a moment. I just wanted to tell him one quick thing. Kokichi, I think he'd be proud of you too.
What? Who? Kaito? I don't care about Kaito.
No, Shuichi, idiot.
I think you vastly overestimated how much I care about Shuichi.
Kokichi nodded at me with a smile that I knew was nothing but real. We all went to the elevator together, and after a moment...
I take it you're ready then.
We are.
Wonderful. Oh, the despair. I'm absolutely beside myself with excitement. I'll meet you all down there.
Monokuma disappeared, and I reflected as we waited for the elevator to open. One last time. All right, everyone. I don't know what's going to happen down there, but no matter what, we'll face it. Without thinking, I slowly extended my hand, palm down. Perhaps it was silly, but it made me feel better. And after a moment, everyone else began to rest their hand on top of mine.
We're gonna do the super Yu-Gi-Oh! Friendship smiley face.
Afterwards, we all turned to the elevator.
Bum, bum, bum.
Alright, I'm in. Same here, let's rock this. No backing down. We gotta be strong. I will, for me and for everyone.
I'll do my best in their memory. Fighting until the bitter end, no matter what it takes.
Me too. And for once, that's not a lie. Nice.
I looked at everyone and knew it was finally time to bring this to a close.
Well, the music just got louder.
A class trial, not for the dead, but for those still alive. You're a fool if you think you can pull this off. No, I can't pull it off, not on my own. But with everyone by my side, we can. Let's end this together.
Bum, bum, bum. Well, we'll be ending it together next time, and then also next time, and then also next time, because it's going to take me at least 3 episodes to get through the 2.5-hour trial. I genuinely don't know how this trial is going to be 2.5 hours. I genuinely am not sure, because, like, we know a lot about the program. I guess a lot of it is probably going to be debunking what Monokuma fed us last time we were in the trial, like the history that he proposed, because we know it's probably not true, at least not all of it. And then uncovering the mastermind, but not sure what else. So we'll see. Couple things I want to say as we cap off like the final daily life segment of Redemption. I just completely lost what I was going to say before I did the second point. So we'll just start with the second point, which is somebody commented on the last episode, "Wow, I'm so glad we're spending 4 hours cooking in Chapter 6." And I feel you. But I honestly kind of liked it. Perhaps the implementation could have been better. Like if Monokuma was straight up about it when we were, proposing this idea and said, like, okay, you've got the rest of tomorrow to figure this out. And for most of the day, we were like, well, we've got no information, so the best we can do is try to keep the group together. I think it could have worked. Because I genuinely do like the idea of the final sort of daily life segment being, remember these characters? Here's some more information about why you should care about them. Can you imagine if Danganronpa, like, 1 and 2 had that? They kind of needed it, to be honest. The same as this game definitely needed it because, characters were a little sparse throughout. Just because it was so much shorter than a regular Danganronpa game, right? But like Danganronpa 1, for example, when you're going into the final trial, Yasuhiro, Aoi, and Toko, there's like a very big difference between Makoto, Kyoko, and Byakuya versus Aoi, Toko, and Yasuhiro. And I feel like if you did something like this where it was like a check-in on everybody, maybe that could have been rebalanced a bit. So you're like, oh yeah, I remember what these guys are about. I know what they're fighting for, right? And in Danganronpa 2, it's the same thing with Hajime and like Fuyuhiko, sort of. And who's the one I'm really thinking of? No, really, it's really just Hajime and sort of Fuyuhiko, and then you've got Sonia, Kazuichi, and Akane, who all feel like you probably would like a refresher on how they're feeling about the situation at this point, you know? So I don't know. I think that might actually work if you set it up properly. What was the other thing I was gonna say? Gosh, I don't know. I really don't remember. Those assist skills are very your turn to die. In chapter 2 or something, they introduce like Gin can help you investigate and all that stuff. So that's, your turn to die is very forward thinking when it comes to mechanics like that. Like for how much the game basically revolves around probably like 2 mini games and then a bunch of puzzles. The mini games they have and like the added things they've included are all solid. So, fun to see that. And yeah, I don't know how this trial's gonna look, but I guess we'll find out next time. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, you know the deal. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.